Hello and welcome to another Plodware video. In this video we're going to have a look at an application that I've written for displaying the metadata inside an image. The source script and the interpreter that are used to create this app are available online, so if you want to take a copy and modify and play around with it, please by all means do. There is a disclaimer, and the disclaimer is simply this video is for informational educational use only. By all means take copies and distribute the various RipeTech and Plodware application scripts and documentation. Just please do not create, suggest or imply any responsibility or liability of the copyright owners and contributors beyond that this is available as is without any liability for any damage or legal liability whatsoever. There is a second disclaimer. This application runs on a Microsoft Windows platform, and built into the application, is a copy of the SQLite database. I have no connection with any of these companies, their employees, representatives or subsidiaries, and this video is neither sponsored by nor solicited by a third party. You can get a copy of the application if you go to my website, ripetech.com, to the Downloads and Script Files page, and there you'll find a link to the image meta decoder. It's a zip file. It only contains one file, the executable. Download it, extract it, put it wherever you want, double click on it, and you should get this screen image. If you don't, and you get this blue one instead, don't panic. Just double right click on the executable's entry in the file system to get the properties pop up. Go to the general register and you'll find an unblock. Tick unblock, apply, OK, close, and then double click again on the executable and it should run. Now, I've already downloaded the executable. This is it. I'm going to make it somewhat larger, increase the font size, maybe a bit more, then find an image file, here we come. There's an image file. Let's drag it, drop it, see what happens. Move this now. You can see it's ticking away. And there we have our decoded information. There are different decode options. This is showing us the markers. The markers, the main blocks in the image file, not of the image but of its metadata. And here we can also have a look at the tags which are inside these headers, inside these markers. And here we get a breakdown of some of the tags. Whoops, sorry. We can see that it's finished normally with an end of image marker and no extra data between the end of image marker and the end of file. Often there is. It's rather frightening how much data there is sometimes that seems to be at the end of the file and of no consequence. Not all of the tags are decoded. There are so many that I haven't yet implemented all of them. We can have a look at the hex information associated with these tags. They're called the IFD entries. I'll double right click with the mouse and it will automatically reload the current file. See, it's ticking away. Not the fastest of programs, but it wasn't written to be fast. It was just written for me to have fun. And here we can see the actual offset in the file, and then there's an entry. It's the 8th, or 0 to 8, so it's the 9th entry in this particular marker. The marker is the APPI, APP1, Application Segment 1 marker. There, inside it, I find an EXIF structure, and then when I examine the various IDFs inside that structure, this is what we get. So here we find out that at offset 76 hex, there is an entry. It's the 8th stroke 9th. That's the 2-byte tag. The format, which is what type of data is associated with it, how many items of data are associated with it, and provided the data is less than 4 bytes, it'll be shown here. And when I decode that, that turns out to be one of them, and the meaning in this particular case, I have been able to work out that the value of the data means co-cited. There is just up here the opportunity of taking the current file and sending it to the default file handler. And that's the file. CIMG 3784. CIMG 3784. That's it. You can play around with the font size. You can go online and have a look what else I've got on the download site. All in all, we're finished. My thanks for your time. Until the next video. Cheers.